everybody, my name is Puppeteen from I Love Puppets, here today on I Love Puppets. Today, for what? What could it be? What could it be? Oh, yes, it is Spider-Man Day! Say yay! No?
Oh, you're talking to me?
Who else would I be looking at?
Well, I don't know. I guess you're looking at me. I don't know why you're looking at me.
Yay!
Sure it is, I'm done.
Oh, come on. We are here today for the very first, and depending on how Froggy takes it, might be the only, classic puppet theater, where Froggy and myself and amazing guests that we do not have yet will be reading comic books to you. Yes. Does that sound good to you, Froggy?
I say it sounds very chipper.
Very chipper?
Yeah, inside joke.
Okay. Well, you'll have to let me in on it sometime.
Well, you're not in the club. Sorry, members only.
Is it some sort of frog club?
Why you guys say it's a frog club? Why you be like that?
I don't know. You're a frog.
Yeah, you're a puppet. What's your point?
I'm a part of the puppet club.
If you say so.
But anyway, we should go ahead and we are going to be reading today the debut of the Green Goblin, and if we have time for it, Kraven the Hunter. Depends on how things go.
Well, color me crazy, but I think we'll get to it.
You think we'll get to it? Okay. Well, we just have 2 comments. Marania says, use the magic word, please. Can you please say yay?
Well, she said no. You had to use a magic word, but you had to wait for her. It doesn't count because you had to wait for her to give you tell her to do. You should have known her that. How dare you?
Jeez, Froggy.
Yeah,
are you grumpy?
I'm not grumpy.
Do you have ants in your pants?
No. Why would I have ants in my pants? Now you hate ants?
Well, not Aunt May.
Do you have ants in your pants? You weirdo.
No. It's open at the bottom, so they just all fall down.
I did not need to know that.
Judge is looking forward to this. That makes 1 person. Yay!
Well, Marani's there too. Why did you leave her out?
Well, she didn't say she's looking forward to this. She's always looking forward to you.
Well, who couldn't? I'm so cute and cuddly.
That is a fair point. Okay, are you ready to read this issue of Spider-Man?
I'm ready to rock.
Ready to rock. Okay. Let's see, just click right here.
Click it.
And we can take a full look. Look at this cover. Isn't it nice?
Well, I can't see it.
You can't see it?
No, you got to screen share.
Ah, that's right.
There you go.
Like,
hey, I like this better.
Yes, we can see it fully. This is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 14.
Oh my gosh.
The Green Goblin.
You know what? You're spoiling me with 2 green people.
I know I am.
Ooh, it's yellow.
Here, the cover says, does the Green Goblin look cute to you? Does he make you want to smile? Well, forget it. He's one of the most sinister, most dangerous foe Spidey's ever fought. And here we can see him. He has little fire hands.
He's got a giant broomstick.
All right.
And that guy's upset because he took his money.
Yeah. What is with the Hulk's face in this issue?
I don't know. He looks very handsome.
I was thinking he looks more like Eric Breen, but...
Well, you're saying Eric Breen's not handsome?
Wow, I didn't say that. You said that.
Well, of course I said that, because you wouldn't say it, because you do not like other people, apparently.
Cheese, Froggy.
There's no cheese here. Jeez.
Here we go. The grotesque adventure of the Green Goblin. Wow, that's
wow. I'm not liking this comic. They're making fun of green people already.
It's not because he's green. The only merry Marvel madman could have dreamed up. Oh, oh, that's really a weird way to phrase it, but okay. All right. Do you want to do the narrating or should I?
I guess I could do the narrating.
Okay.
All right. Here's how it happened. The gang at the bullpen said, let's give our fans the greatest 12 cents worth we can. Let's get a really different villain, a bunch of other colorful henchmen for him, and let's even add a great guest star. So we did. And here's the result. Another mighty Marvel masterpiece.
Oh man, I'm ready. It's written by Stan Lee's The Poor Man's Shakespeare, illustrated by Steve Ditko, The Poor Man's Da Vinci, jeez, and lettered by Art Simek, The Poor Man's Rich Man. Well, as a poor man, I guess that means he has some money to his name.
All right, and it says, note, don't be impatient. The Hulk does appear until later on in the story, but you'll be glad you waited. Will he, though? Dun,
Don't
dun,
know.
dun.
Okay, you go ahead and start, and I will do. Do you want the voice of the Green Goblin, or should I?
Well, I don't know. Marnie's saying I shouldn't. She thinks I'm too cute and cuddly.
All right, then I will take the villain. That's fine with me. But you got to read the narration.
Okay, Puppetor. The Green Goblin is such a nifty villain that the sooner we meet him, the better. So let's visit a silent, shadowy basement laboratory where we find...
There! My flying broomstick is finished at last. Now to put on my costume and test it out. Oh, it's purring like a kitten. I've made the controls simple enough that there's no chance of a fatal error. Now to keep my appointment with the most unusual group that's awaiting me.
All right. And in a sleazy hotel room not that far away. I guess I'll take one of these guys.
Go ahead.
I'm tired of waiting. When's that Goblin guy gonna show up?
Oh, stop tossing that crummy lasso at me, Montana, or you won't be around when he does arrive.
Keep your shirt on, Fancy Dan. If this is some kind of trick, we're gonna make Goblin wish he never tried to play it on the hooks.
All right, narration.
Suddenly, a mocking form streaks through the window.
It's no trick, Ox. I'm now ready to give the four of you your orders.
Look, it's him. It's you.
Oh, it's me? Okay. You're nuts, Goblin. The enforcers don't take orders from anyone.
All right, hold on.
Correction, Ox. I'm not anyone. I'm the Green Goblin.
Hey, sparks shooting out of his fingers.
Start talking, Goblin, and I'll give a hunch it'll be worth listening to. I know that Spider-Man defeated you and caused you to go to jail for a stretch of some months. It happened in issue number 10, according to the editor.
What's
Do
that?
as I say, and I promise you'll have your revenge on him.
You notice, boys and girls, that there actually is an editor.
Yes, mister, you got yourself a deal. Now I go to the next page. Ta-da!
Sometime later, in the plush offices of a glamorous Hollywood movie studio.
Do you want the editor? Or the, you know who I mean.
I guess I'll take BJ. Years ago, we won an Oscar with the movie The Nameless Thing from the Black Lagoon in the Murky Swamp. But here we haven't had a good scary hit since then.
You're right, BJ. Of course, BJ. So true, BJ.
I've got to get inspiration for a picture as great as The Nameless Thing from the Black Lagoon in the Murky Swamp. So leave me be. Must be alone.
Yes, BJ. Certainly, BJ. Of course, BJ.
Sure is a lot of BJ in this comic.
A lot of BJs.
Yeah. I have it. I've changed the title. At least I'm saying my movie again. I call it The Unknown Thing. Instead of The Nameless Thing, I'll make millions.
Forget it. I've got a real money-making idea for you.
What? What? Who are you?
Call me the Green Goblin. I'm your next star.
You're not. To get the broomstick and fly out of here.
Very well, Vincenzo. If you don't want a movie co-starring me, the Enforcers, and Spider-Man.
Did you say Vincenzo?
It was the first Italian name I could think of because you sound like you're putting on a bad Italian accent.
You know what? Morani forgives me. Did you say some Spider-Man starring in the movie for me? It can't miss.
Still you.
I can see it all now. I have $100. 10 girls. A cast of thousands. Maybe I could give a Tony Curtis to play Spider-Man or one of the Beatles.
I'll go you one better. I'll get you the real Spider-Man to play the part.
I was right. You are not. Nobody knows who he is. Nobody can get away within 100 feet of him. But you'll deliver Spider-Man?
Exactly. Now you leave everything to me. Just relax and count your money.
All right. I guess you have a higher voice.
Yes, but you have to do the narrate.
Excuse me. A few days later, 3,000 miles away in New York.
Peter, how do you do it? You're the only one in the class who got 100% on our last exam.
It's just luck, I guess, Liz. Then spending a long hours studying every night.
A lot of good it'll do you. Who wants to be an egghead anyway? Not me. It so happens, Mr. Flash Thompson, that you couldn't be. You don't have the equipment for being an egghead. Namely, you're too dumb. It's the men with the brains who run this country, not muscle-bound goops like YOU. This is right.
Well, what do you know? Looks like these kids finally see the light.
Look, puny Parker, I warned you not to try to beat my time with Liz Allen.
Beat what time? You got about much chance with her as Khrushchev, as with J. Edgar Hoover.
Hey, quiet you guys. There's a bulletin coming in over my radio. It's reliably reported that a green-garbed figure on a broomstick has been flying over Manhattan for the past hour. The public is asked to wait and to keep calm until we can verify.
It sounds like somebody's imagining things, but just to play safe, Spider-Man, better do a little checking. Lucky my glasses are finished for the day. No one will miss me. Minutes later, that radio report was right. It looks like some sort of green goblin. I'll make a catapult of my weapon, see what he's up to. I guess I better not miss. It's a long way down. Hold it, fella. How about giving old guy a lift?
Spider-Man, I've been waiting for you. I knew if I flew around the city, you'd be sure to investigate sooner or later.
Okay then, you found me. What's the pitch?
I have a legitimate deal to offer you. I represent BJ Cosmos of Cosmos Productions. He wants you to star in a movie. He's in New York, specially to see you. Don't take my word for it. He's at the Ritz Plaza Hotel.
I'm on my way, but if this is a gag, you'll be mighty sorry, little goblin. And so, I've searched half the hotel already, and still,
Oh, well, I guess you're talking to yourself.
So there you are. Come in, come in. Don't just hang there. If anyone's gonna see you, I'll make them pay for the later movies. I don't believe in wasting words. I'll give you the $50,000 starting the Spider-Man story. We'll write an original script in which you fight the Enforcers and the Green Goblin. If I accept, I don't want any interviews, no publicity, no sightseers on set, and no phony romance build-ups with the starlets. Okay, but you'll break 1 million Hollywood hearts. Just sign on the dotted line. I'll make you more famous than the nameless thing from the Black Lagoon in the murky swamp. Fame, fooey. I'm just thinking of all the wonderful things I can do for poor Aunt May with $50,000. I just can't turn this down. Then, after the contract is signed, remember, the port of my studio by Hollywood in the end of the week. Don't worry, I'll be there.
It worked. Neither of them suspect my real motives, and Spider-Man doesn't dream that his trip to Hollywood will be a one-way journey with no return.
The next morning at the office of the Daily Beagle.
Parker! I thought I heard you.
Betty, do you got a few minutes? I got something important to tell you.
Sure, Peter. But don't let Mr. Jameson see us. He's in one of his usual horrible moods.
Pack your bags, kid. Cosmo Films is making a movie of Spider-Man on the coast, and they claim the real Spider-Man is starring in it.
And you want me to go over there and get some exclusive photos for you? I hoped you sent me. It's a perfect excuse to give May, but I guess I wanted to tell Betty first. It sure would be great, though. I get a bundle of Mr. Gamos and to make some additional money from old JJ. For the picture take, May will never have to worry about it again.
You look mighty happy, Peter Parker. I suppose you can't wait to meet all those Hollywood beauties.
Oh, well, that's not well spent, Betty. You know how I feel about you, Betty.
That's perfectly all right, Mr. Parker. I don't claim to be as glamorous as those starlets, or that blonde Liz Allen you've been walking home from school lately.
Liz, that's what's bothering her. Dames, I tell you.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Crap. Later discussing the trip with Aunt May, Pete runs into still another problem.
Peter, dear, I think you're too young to go traipsing around the country that way.
Gosh, Aunt May, I'm a high school senior, already and soon to be ready for college.
But I worry so about you. You know how fragile you are.
Look, suppose I promise to dress warm, eat 3 good meals, and take my allergy pills every morning. Please, Aunt May. This means so much to me.
Well, I suppose I can't keep you tied to my apron strings forever. All right, dear, you may go.
And so the little cast of characters in our true to life drama are soon assembled on the Cosmos Productions movie lot in Hollywood. Remember, are you? I want you to win the Oscar in this film. Don't let me down. I want action, action, action. BJ's makeup man must be a genius. Those actors look just like the real Enforcers. I wish I could tackle him now.
No. Wait till we get on location.
After a difficult journey, the camera crew and the stars reach a deserted area in New Mexico where the movie is to be filmed.
Okay.
I guess it might be.
I think that's you, both of them.
Yeah. Actually, yeah. Let's get started. Unload the equipment and have the cameras ready. Roll in 30 minutes. We'll shoot the big fight scene first. What a location! It feels like we're at the edge of the world.
Say, Spider-Man, suppose we go off and rehearse that fight scene while they're setting up the cameras.
Yeah, we want to make sure nobody gets hurt when we film with the cameras. It's okay with me.
Now, in this scene, I'm the leader of the enforcers, and I shall fly in to tell them to destroy you.
That isn't how it's supposed to read in my script. Yeah, well, who says you got the right script? Hey, try it again and I'll just forget it's just moves. It's a movie. It must be nuts. You swing so hard and wait. Why are my spiders tingling? Holy smoke. I must be the world's prize chump. It's a trap. They're not actors. They're really enforcers. Too bad, boys. I'm wise to you. You know.
Too bad for you, fool. It's too late. You're surrounded.
Surrounding me and beating me are two different things. You can't throw that lasso fast enough to snare me, Montana.
Maybe he can't, but Fancy Dan can grab you while you're dodging his rope.
And while you're turning away from Flip Dan over here in your head, I can follow with the haymaker. One extra backflip and I'll toss my web is all I need to confuse you, Ux. And then, hey, what's that? It's Montana lassoing you again. You can't all think of all of us. Don't kid yourself, folks. I can all thank you. I'll fight you and I'll just like you. I'll just lead up here and wiggle free while in there. Oh, the tingle and someone's sneaking up behind me. Too bad, Fancy Dan. Your speed and judo skill won't help you if you can't get close enough to use them. They're just decoys, little fella. I'm the one who's gonna fish you off. Hey, nobody can move that fast.
That's a different kind of movie.
Sure it is, Ox. All you need to do is proportion the strength of a speed of a spider. Simple, huh? Whew. I'm in the clear now. I gotta get it back up and warn the movie crew that they're really dealing with real public enemies.
Nice try, Spider-Man, but you've accomplished nothing. You can't escape me!
The Green Goblin. I'm willing to bet you're the brains behind this little camper.
Spider-Man, you don't know the half of it.
Or do we? He's tossing some sort of stun grenades at me. I can't keep dodging him. He's too fast for me. My whip can't hit him while he starts out of range like that way.
Why don't you quit now, Spider-Man, and save us both a lot of trouble?
Oh, don't let him quit yet, Goblin. I want to have my fun first. It's Montana. He finally layered me in his lasso. But one thing you didn't count on is my power of my chest expansion. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Oh my.
What too far?
A lot of dust. Go back up.
Oh no, this is it.
Oh, okay, that's it, guy. Hold on. Yeah.
Hmm?
He done snapped my rope. Get him for me, Ox. You don't have to tell me twice, Montana.
I'll make sure he doesn't slip away again.
We waited too long time for this, you masked man, but it was worth it.
Let me at him, boys. You're both having all the fun.
Consent.
What's wrong with y'all? Why can't you hold him down?
How can such a skinny Ron be so strong? Look how fast Dan. I can't get a swing at him.
You brainless lummox. Watch what you're doing. That's me you're hitting.
I gotta summon all my strength now, while they're least expecting and while they're all confused. Oh, boys. This is it. The party's over.
Look at that panel. Just boom, throws them all around.
Crotch power. That's what he's using.
Yep.
The power of my crotch compels you. Then, before the enforcers can attack again, the amazing Spider-Man attaches some tumbleweed to his web and whipping up a man-made dust storm. This will give me the smoke screen I need to escape them. Dust will temporarily blind all of them, but I can't pick up through it using spider senses. Dusty. But although this young web spinner is able to outmaneuver the enforcers, there is still another foe who can fly above the dust cloud.
He'll have to emerge from there sooner or later, and I'll see him when he does.
But what of the folks back home at that very moment? In the quiet of her living room, Prince Peter's Aunt May pens a loving little note. Remember to pick up my pants. Oh, sorry, that's your line.
No. And I hope you're taking your vitamin pills, Peter dear. Also, be sure to get enough sleep. You know how easily you tire.
While the neighborhood teenagers gather at the soda parlor, one of them in particular seems to miss the studio's youth.
Have any of you gotten any mail from Peter Parker yet?
I thought I was your gal. I thought Liz was your gal. How come she's so interested in Parker?
Why don't you admit it, Liz? You're only making a fuss about Peter Parker to make me jealous. You know he's a big zero compared to me.
Tell me, Flash, how much rent do you pay in that dream world you live in? Peter is a dreamboat. He's sensitive, intelligent, articulate. You probably don't know what those words mean.
Nuts! He's scared of his own shadow, and you know it.
Even in the office of J. Jonah Jameson, Peter Parker is the topic of conversation.
I gotta lower my voice 1 second.
Yeah, get that phlegm.
Parker!
Yeah, I gotta go low, you know.
Parker better bring me some sensational pictures of Spider-Man! I don't want to find out that he's been wasting his time dating those Hollywood glamour girls.
Oh no, I mustn't let myself think such thoughts about him. I mustn't.
Can we point out that he's in high school and she's like, what? She's not above age and she's pining for a young man who's underage?
I don't know.
And she looks very scared and frightening. Someone should check on her. Make sure she's doing any windows.
I don't. He's about to be going off to college, so he might be 18. You don't know.
They're never really said how much older she is. But anyway, but how astonished any of the folks back home would be if they could see what's happening now.
He's entering that cave. I'll signal the enforcers.
I hear them out there. They're after me again. The goblin must have seen where I went and tripped the enforcers off, but at least I have a chance to catch my breath. Say, what are they doing now?
Keep shoving. That's it.
I'm doing all the work. You're just hanging on.
That does it. This is the only exit from the cave. He'll never be able to rush past us now. This boulder will stop him.
And cut off all the oxygen into the cave.
But it's powerful dark in here. He can see us in the dark better than we can. Are we trapping him, or has he got us trapped?
Don't be a fool, Montana. The four of us can handle a dozen Spider-Men.
I wouldn't bet on that. Don't make it sound, cowboy, unless you don't ever want to see that home on the range again.
Oh. Come on, Montana. Don't lag behind us. Keep up with us. Hey, wait. You guys, Montana's gone.
Maybe he tripped on those naughty high-heeled boots of his.
No. Look! It's Spider-Man. He's above us.
Help me!
Now
Sorry.
he's got me. Goblin, help!
I'll stop him with another stun bomb. He was a fool to show himself to me.
You've had it, Goblin. You're not taking me by surprise now. Nobody can stop Spider-Man twice with the same old tricks.
Blast you! After all my careful planning, you're not going to thwart me now.
Well, I'm sure going to try here. This web of mine ought to hold you for a little snug pocket until you holler uncle. Thwap.
Yeah, I was waiting. I didn't know if you were going to do the sound effects. You overestimate your power, Spider-Man. Your web can't hold me, not when I can burn my way out by making the tip of my broomstick glow like a flaming ember. Ha ha ha!
Leave him to me, Goblin. I'll get him down from there with his boulder. Don't strain yourself, Ox. I'll save you the trouble. In fact, you look kind of tired of me, so I'll let you take the rest. Components of my spider strength. Love tap.
You forgot, Spider-Man. I still have plenty more stun bombs at my disposal.
Oh, you sure got a subtle way of reminding me. Then, once again, a dense puff of smoke fills the shadowy cave. And when it clears, Spider-Man's astonished eyes behold the strongest living being to walk the earth, appearing like a nightmarish colossus, his baleful eyes glowing with hatred and fury. The incredible Hulk lunges forward.
Oh, wow.
Holy Hannah! Of all the caves to pick a fight for, we had to pick the one with the Hulk was hiding in. Spurred by the burn of his hatred for human race, the race which has hounded the tormented him, the rampaging green figure attacks without warning.
Do you want me to take Hulk?
No, I want to do Hulk.
Okay, you go ahead.
Oh, even here and deep in the caves, you attack me, but no one can capture the Hulk. Capture you, brother. I'm not here to share you. Capture you, brother. I don't even want to share the same planet with you.
Wow, that's not very nice. What a fantastic stroke of good fortune. We've somehow stumbled upon one of the Hulk's hiding places. Now all I need to do is let him finish Spider-Man. Nothing that lives can match the Hulk's strength.
Hold it, big man. We've got no reason to fight. Let me explain. No, never again will Hulk be triggered by the lying words of an enemy. Mounting defense against mankind is my strength, and nothing will stop me from using it.
Man, Hulk is really chatty. And also, look at that side angle. Do you see that side angle right there?
Yeah.
That really does look like Eric Breen.
You sure? Yeah.
Do you see it? Right there. The one where Spider-Man's flipping upside down.
Yep. I can see it. Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
It's no use. I can't reason with him. My only hope here is to stay out of reach of one of those bone-crushing physicists. I'll get you down from there. You won't escape me. Wow. Next to him, the foresters are like campfire girls. This is the only place I can hide. The only place where I can be free of my tormentors. You won't drive me from here? I can't forever dodge him. Or I can't dodge him forever. Maybe I can surprise him with a sudden attack. Good you go. Sorry. Oof. It's like oof, it's like landing on top of a rock pile. Reaching around to grab me. Well, actually, it's him. Okay. All right. Reaching around to grab me, eh? Well, my trusty old webbing ought to stop you like this. Oh no, he tore it apart like it's made of paper. You know, I actually see that. It kind of looks like Breen with a double chin. Just kidding, love you, Breen. I'll smash you against the cave wall before you know what's happening.
Wait. What we're saying is coming from a place of love.
And fluff.
And fluff.
And the
There's
dark.
a lot of fluff between us.
When I say in the dark, stays in the dark. Just like this dream.
Go right ahead.
I'll smash you against the cave wall before you know what's happened. Now will I have my spider speed. You won't? Okay, Hulk, I tried to reason with you. I tried to explain I'm not your enemy. But if it's a fight you want, I'll show you that Spider-Man isn't exactly weakling either. Ever been smacked by a guy with a proportionate strength of a spider? Well, turn up, brain. There's always a first time.
That looks like he's punching his head
off.
It's a robot. Explode his head.
It does look like that, doesn't it? Mm.
Ow! Who am I kidding? My fingers are aching. I ain't even bat an eye. That's when I get it for losing my temper. You call me insulting names? You think I'm brainless fool? If only you knew the truth. I'm a Shakespearean. The truth? What does it mean? Whoops. No time for riddles now. Your speed won't save you for longer. Remember, you'll soon get tired, but the Hulk never does.
Man, Hulk is chatting a lot.
You know what? They got Arnold, or actually it wasn't Arnold, somebody else to do the voice properly. That's what it is. He's right.
Is your throat okay, Froggy?
Yeah, I'm good. Why?
Just want to be sure. This is a lot of reading.
Yeah, you think I'm incompetent?
No. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Just watch out for the irons. He's right. I gotta stop knocking myself out. And start thinking, wait, I have an idea. If this doesn't work, it's goodbye Spider-Man. But I've got to chance it. Okay, Hulk. Let's settle this man to man. You don't fool me. You have trick in mind. But you won't help you. Nothing will. He was right before. He isn't so dumb. But I can't back down now. He's swinging. I've got enough to time this perfectly with my spider sense. Can't afford to miss by a split second. Now! I'll move just enough to deflect the blow, but he mustn't suspect. Whew. Even though he already touched me, it's the hardest punch I've ever felt. There are others in the cave. Once I finish you, I'll do the same to them. I'm concerned about this. He might start killing people.
It looks like it.
If it's all the same to you, Hulk, I wish you tackled them first. This is it. I'll lean against the boulder, pretend to be stunned. Here he comes. It worked. I judged just in time. The force of his blow shattered the boulder just like a plate of glass. Now I'm free to swing outside. Nothing can stop me. I'm still the fattest, most agile one of all. And as long as I've room to move, there's the Goblin. He's trying to escape, too. He's deserting the enforcers like the rat he is. Well, I've always wondered what happened to a spider-tackled rat.
Spider-Man! You should have fled while you had the chance. Here on my flying broomstick, the advantage is all mine.
He's trying to maneuver himself into a position to blast me with those jets of his. Normally, I could outmaneuver him easily, but that fight with the Hulk tired me more than I thought. My arms, legs, they feel like wood. Got to let go. If I stay here, I'm finished. Relax, pretty boy. Go limp. Fall easy, like a spider.
Well, Spider-Man proved easier to defeat than I had guessed. He fell in that small spring and hasn't come up yet. What a triumph for the Green Goblin!
But the real reason Spider-Man stays submerged is because the dreaded Hulk is still searching for him. My spider senses hammer enables me to remain here without air for double the time a human can endure. The Hulk is turning away. He didn't see me. He's returning to his cave. Uh-oh. I just remembered the enforcers are still in there. If he finds them, I'm probably a nitwit for risking my neck again like this. But even though they're not exactly my best friends, I can't stand by and let the Hulk grab them. He's taking the long way around. With my speed, I should be able to take the other fork and have them out of there before he can reach the spot where they are. As good as his word, the amazing Spider-Man emerges from the cave a few seconds later. Just in time. It looks like the army helicopter hovering above. They'll be coming down to investigate in a few seconds. But there's no need for me to hang around. Once they recognize the forces, the rest will be routine.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
there we go.
A short time later at the plush Hollywood studio suite of the offices.
Sorry, BJ. That movie's a fizzle. The Green Goblin flew away, Spider-Man vanished, and the army turned the enforcers over to the police.
They can't do this to BJ Cosmos. Come on, Lords, what's up?
Who will we sue, BJ?
What's the difference? We'll find someone.
And we couldn't even search for the Green Goblin or Spider-Man because the Hulk was sighted in the area. Nobody would dare remain there.
The Hulk? You say the Hulk? Hold everything. What is inspiration? He's even better than Spider-Man. Listen, he's a genuine monster. The public will love him. Quick, drop a contract for him.
But BJ, how can we make the Hulk sign a contract?
Don't bother me with the pretty details. I can see it all now. A cast of thousands will get Doris Day to sing the hit song based on the title, The Honey and the Hulk. We'll get the 100 dancing girls. Now hop on the first plane back there, and don't come back without the Hulk's name on the contract. We'll see what you went for.
But BJ.
Mr. Cosmos, I want to talk to you. From now on, you better be more careful about the people you hire, especially your villains.
Spider-Man, I started my boy. I can't use it anymore. We even stopped shooting on the first picture. We're going to start a new spectacular. But if you leave your phone numbers, perhaps we'll need some extras.
No, wait a minute. What about our contract?
Didn't read the fine print. You don't get the money until the picture is completed. So if we don't complete it, I don't owe you anything, but I'll pay you your expenses.
You're not related to J. Jonah Jameson by some chance, are you?
Let's see.
There's your expense money, Spider-Man. Don't call us, we'll call you.
At least it's enough to pay my fare back to New York. Well, that's showbiz.
And so, by taking a bus,
I'll save enough to be able to find some money to give money to MA. I wonder if any of the mask heroes had to worry about pinchy pennies like the way I do. Ah, nuts.
All aboard for New York!
But using his flying broomstick, the mysterious Green Goblin reaches the eastern metropolis a few hours ahead of the Spider-Man and glides to a smooth landing in his murky hideout. There's a lot of murky.
Yes, there's a lot of murkiness. Too bad my little scheme backfired. Once the enforcers had helped me defeat Spider-Man, I intended to organize a worldwide crime syndicate. With them as my lieutenants. I never thought Spider-Man could defeat all three of them. My biggest mistake was not realizing that the area I chose for the battle was the Hulk's stamping grounds. It was he who turned the tide against me. It proves how hard it is to make a career out of crime. You never can think of everything. But my true identity is still my own secret. My power is still undiminished. So I'll wait for the next opportunity and strike again. The world hasn't heard the last of the Green Goblin.
And a short time later, a quiet, star-filled teenager leaves a bus at the Midtown terminal and slowly heads for the subway, wondering what new surprises and unpredictable fate holds in store for him.
The Green Goblin is somewhere in the city. The spider in his insect can sense it. But where? He could be any place, Eddie. He could be anyone. Must never relax my guard.
But although he does not yet suspect it, our young hero will have a far different arch foe to battle before the Green Goblin appears. And we'll tell you all about it next issue. So be here. We hate talking to ourselves. Don't we, Pinkle Puppetine?
Well, we're not ourselves. We're two different puppets. And here's some notes. That's nice. But yeah.
Steve, why don't the puppets read more comic books?
Yeah. Do you think we should go ahead and try Kraven, or should we call it there.
Well, you know what? Let's ask the people in the chat.
That's right. Well, while that's happening, we'll go ahead and see if people want us to continue with Kraven the Hunter.
And I'll give my thoughts on the issue. I kind of liked it, you know.
Yeah, me too.
You know, being a knitter is kind of fun. And then Spider-Man, he's kind of clever. I kind of like this.
Yeah. I'm going to scroll back up. There's been a lot of people in here. RDV apparently is sharing out our stream, and he's Tillium's thanking him.
Well, I had to pay him my last couple cents.
Oh, that's good. Oh my, the name of that movie producer. How that got past the censors in those days. Well, I'm not sure. It's quite a something. Zombo the Judge says that they're glad that Puppetine is on the side of good. I'm not on the side of good. I was evil, but I have a chilling villain voice. So he's glad I wasn't on the side of good. I'm glad you like my voice. It does hurt to throw a little, but it's worth it. Did you like my Green Goblin?
Hold on a second. You know, his voices gave me a dry throat. I had to suck some water.
Yeah.
I like it because well, people don't know this, but this guy over here, he can do a really good Skeletor impersonation.
Oh, well, we're going to save the Skeletor impersonations. We're going to wait because we do have a book called Masters of the Multiverse that we're going to read, and I guess I can do Skeletor.
Yeah, I was thinking about helping him. I was going to throw acid on his face.
Not very nice.
You want to look the part,
no
don't you?
Frog Goblin. They want, you're not a villain, apparently.
I would never be a villain.
Incredible Goblin and Froggy. Now that's a possibility.
Do you know where villains are? People who get caught.
Let's see. What about a narrated slideshow of each issue? Well, the app that I'm using sadly does not show the full panel if I go panel by panel.
If anybody's watched another good channel called Ash on Comics, he does this, you know, there's a little lullabies. He hasn't done any lately. But it's basically like Comixology. I'm not sure that you're using it if you're using the Marvel app.
Yes, I'm using the Marvel one.
Yeah, because Comixology does it. It focuses on a panel like that. And then the problem is that the person who's on Comixology can see it, but the people who are watching cannot see the words. And I gotta say the best. But if you're a viewer, the favorite part is actually listening to us do the voices. And we tell the story, so you're pretty much getting, you know, a movie without dinner, unless you have dinner and you're not sharing with us. That's rude.
That is rude. Why don't you buy us dinner first? We're doing all this for you. But Marania is asking if it's the first appearance of the Chameleon as well. No, it is the return appearance of the Chameleon.
Yeah, don't you remember the first appearance of Chameleon? Actually, I think you played the Chameleon, didn't you?
I did. And if we do it, I guess I will do the Chameleon voice again.
Yeah, you were the Chameleon on I Love Comics. That was Spider-Man #1.
Yes, it was. Tillium says it was very fun. Zombo is applauding us. People enjoy it. People like it.
Thank you. Well, we're glad that you actually stayed here.
Yes, we are glad. We are glad.
I mean, we do read stuff, you know, but it's fun for us, you know. But it's fun when we have people actually appreciate what we do.
Yeah. It is always appreciated when people.
You know, and I was thinking we should probably get a Ko-Fi if people want to tip us, you know, give us money.
I might try to make an I Love Puppets Ko-Fi. I don't know exactly.
Because you know what? If you help us, we can help you be more entertained.
And that's what life is all about, finding the entertainment.
Yes. And having money.
Yes, which we
and
don't
drugs.
have any because we're puppets.
Yeah, we don't have either of those.
That's right. And YouTube doesn't want to pay us yet, so we're going to have to wait and see.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm not sure.
We've gone for 15 minutes. We can go for another hour. I mean, we can do one more. If somebody really, do you guys, let's see it. Do you guys want us to read one more?
That's right. We have like 4 people watching at least.
5 people. Yeah.
Let us know if you want us to continue because we will. And then you'll be the villain next time, and I'll be Peter Parker.
I guess you got the higher voice for Peter, yeah. Although, what do you guys think of that? You know, the different voices we did for the characters.
Do you have
Did you like the deeper voice for Peter Parker did? Or what about the guy, BJ, making him like Italian?
Oh, Eric Breen is saying no. That's just rude.
Hey, Breen's here. Huh.
Breen is here, and you know what? He has a link. He could have joined us. He could have been the narrator.
Yeah, I had to do the narrating voice, and it's kind of fun sometimes. This is the narrating voice. Check us out next time on I Love Puppets.
Yeah. It's a very dynamic voice.
It's like I picture Mighty Mouse, and how the guy would do the narrating for that.
Maranya wants Eric to get in here and narrate the next story. If Eric wants to come, he can. He has the link accessible.
Yeah. And we accept tips, cash donations too, and candy, and 100 dancing girls.
He says he's just on a quick break. I guess he's not a.
He's on a kid. You know what you know what quick break means, right?
Pringles.
No, Kit Kat break.
Break me off a piece of that Kit
Kat.
Okay. Well, we have a thumbs up from Zombo. I think Maranya is she is willing to listen to another issue. So and
right.
Eric Green is the only one who says no.
So what you're saying that we've got issues?
We do have an issue, but we can keep going with it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Okay. Let me share the screen again. Get this rolling.
All right, and I think we should do these Sunday nights.
Yeah. I think
even if it's just us, sometimes it's fun to read different parts of different voices. You know.
Yes, and it extends our it really tests our voices out. Go ahead and give it.
It lets the voices in my head come out.
Tillium says definitely do another issue, so we are going to. We're going to continue on with Kraven the Hunter. So let's go ahead.
Oh my! I like that font. I love the Spider-Man.
Amazing Spider-Man. So you think there are no new types of supervillains left for old Spidey to battle? Eh?
Are you narrating this time?
Oh, well, I was going to just read the intro.
Oh,
do you want
that's part of the narration, bro.
Okay, do you want to narrate?
Yeah, but first I want to talk about the cover.
Okay.
I love the little icon tab up in the upper left corner. I love the fonts, everything they use, the colors, the backgrounds. The city lights are and that's must be Central Park, I'm assuming. Behind them covering. I do like, but the only thing I don't like about it is the proportions they drew for Spider-Man's body in the net. He looks like a fat little midget. Or a little person, whatever.
He looks like a little person. He does.
He looks like the Great Gargoyle. Remember how they used to draw him? Or what's that guy? The guy who had the giant brain with the Fantastic Four.
I'm not sure.
I mean, it was a Great Gargoyle. He had the glasses too and everything. Yeah. Anyway. So you think there are new types of superhero villains left for the old Spidey to battle? Hey, when you got a surprise coming, there's one of the newest and greatest of all, Kraven the Hunter.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wow. Special guest star, reintroducing one of the first revolt Spider-Man ever fought, the Chameleon, aka Puppeteer. In this corner. Sorry. I was going into like the UFC. All right.
Wait, I'm Spider-Man now, so you go ahead and take the...
We're tapped. He's Spider-Man. You must be a bit shadowing us out here listening to our plans.
Okay, group, the party's over. In case you haven't heard, there's a little old law against organizing robbery gangs in this town.
For any of you who may have been living in another galaxy for the past 2 years, we'll explain that this is Spider-Man, and this is most certainly the most exciting Spidey adventure we've ever presented since the last one. It's got villains, heroes, action, and mash of everything, and it's told in the Marvel manner. Enough said. You know what? You probably should have read that to Stan Lee.
Oh, you wanted me to read that as Stan Lee?
That probably would have fit better because it's
You
Stan
think
Lee
I
saying
can do
it.
a Stan Lee voice?
I don't know. Try it once.
Written
Oh.
by Stan Lee, because we couldn't afford a Mickey Spillane. Illustrated by Steve Ditko, because Picasso was out of town. Lettered by Art Simek, because his name fits this space. That's pretty funny. Hold it, boys. Where are your manners? I'm not through with you yet. Let's get out of here.
It's of no use. It's of no use. He got us. So we have a web up here, blocking the doorway.
Now, if you'll all line up like good little soldiers, I'll remove my wedding and march you down to headquarters. So fall in. That's funny. I could have sworn there were 4 of them.
If I can
If
land
I-
on that. No, that's not you.
I think.
That's a chameleon.
Oh, so that is me.
Wait, are you doing Spider-Man and the chameleon? How
I
fair.
figured you're going to be Kraven.
I guess so. Fine. Whatever.
Do you want the chameleon? I mean, you're
Wow.
an amphibian, not a reptile.
You know, I'm also not a lion either.
Do you want him?
Yeah, I want him. I'll take him.
If I can land on that awning below, I may escape yet. Doesn't expect who I really am.
Or should I go with the higher bitch? He doesn't know who I am. It's good.
I went with something slow and like this.
Made it. Now to release my special
Oh, I love
chemical gas to instantly change the color of my suit. And for the final touch, I'll put on my spare hat, extend my adjustable telescoping cane. Now I can calmly walk right back past him and never suspect that I'm his old enemy, the chameleon.
There were 4 of them, I'm sure of it. But it looks as though the leader got away. There's no one below except that old man with a cane.
That kind of looks like JJ, doesn't it?
It does a little bit. And there is a special asterisk right there pointing to first introduced in Spider-Man #1, editor.
What a swell guy.
A short time later, behind the bolted door of his apartment, the elusive chameleon removes one of his many ingenious mess. I could see that Spider-Man now is more dangerous to me than ever. So long as he lives, my security will be in danger. I still remember what a dangerous foe he was, but when I first fought him, and he was just beginning his career at the time, even in my specially prepared helicopter, I couldn't escape him. After I was arrested as a spy and deported, I lived in exile this whole time. But now I've got to return to my resume, crime, career. I'll find Spider-Man. Still threatens me. He must be disposed of. But by whom? It's too dangerous for me to tackle, and no one else would ever be foolhardy enough to tackle him just for my benefit. Wait, I'm wrong. There is a man who'll do the job. A man who relished the task. My old friend Kraven, the hunter. The most dangerous stalker on Earth. I'll send him a wire immediately. But first I must puff the cigarette. A week later, at the editorial offices of the Daily Beagle, Punisher Joe Jameson storms through this doorway, and away we go.
Grab your steno book, Miss Brant. The biggest story of the year is about to break at the pier. Kraven the Hunter is arriving from Africa. Call Parker. Have him meet us there with his camera.
Yes, sir. Oh, you want to? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Why not? Yes, sir. Of course. But who is Kraven the Hunter, Mr. Jameson?
Kraven is a living legend. The greatest hunter of all time. He's trapped and defeated every type of beast that lives. And he's always single-handed.
Hi, Betty. I got your message, so here I am.
Pete, I'm so glad to... Oh. Did you come with her?
Look, Peter Parker is here. He must have come to get a look at Kraven also.
Well, happy day.
Oh, Pete, isn't it thrilling? Kraven the Hunter has never been seen in New York before. Yes, Liz, sure. But have you met Betty Brant?
No, Peter, we haven't had the pleasure.
Parker! This isn't a meeting of the Lonely Hearts Club. You're here to take pictures of Kraven. Look alive. He's coming.
There he is.
So big, so powerful, so rugged-looking.
Isn't he handsome?
They say he can defeat anything that lives with his bare hands.
What a man.
Mr. Kraven, wait. I'm J. Jonah Jameson. I want an exclusive interview with you. I'm willing to pay more than... Wait!
Not interested. I am Hunter. I came here to hunt the most dangerous game of all.
Suddenly, suddenly, a fearful cry rings out.
The loading crane snapped. The cages fell. Run, run.
The beasts are loose! Move your lives!
What the heck? Why that voice for him?
Why not? We got no mice in
Say
here.
that last line. Say that last line.
Well, the crowd flees in confusion. One figure dashes behind some as he keeps moving the screen, concealing grates to emerge seconds later as Amazing Spider-Man.
Can't let these rampaging animals hurt any innocent people. Hope I can round them all up in time. It's a good thing I was here. No one else could move as quickly or as... Hey, how'd he get here first?
Before Spidey can reach the spot, his incredulous eyes witness the greatest hunter of all time as he leaps into action.
Fast as cobras are, their speed is no match for mine.
Hurry, Mr. Kraven. The gorillas are running wild.
I defeated them once before in the jungle. I can do it again now. All it takes is just the right blow, or just the right nerve center.
Next page.
And we're on it.
Okay.
Can't get too close enough to one another to throw my knuckle punch. I'll have to resort to something else. I'll use the tranquilizing drug, which I keep in one of my belt tucks, to quiet him down. Then he'll be easy to handle.
Holy smoke! That Kraven is a regular one-man army. No wonder he's so doggone famous. The way he's handling those beasts, I'm about as necessary as a bouncer at the policeman's ball. Wow, besides everything else, he's a massive muscle. Look at the way he's lifting that gorilla. He must have played marbles with barbells when he was a kid.
Then, seeing the Kraven has everything under control, Spidey rushes back to concealing crates and changes to Peter Parker again.
I better get back to J. Jonah. Old Hatchet Face is probably having conniption fits, wondering where I am.
This was a lucky day, Parker. I'll plaster your pictures of Kraven battling those escaped animals all over the front page. Let's go back and get them developed now.
Pictures? Oh no. In all the excitement, I clean forgot to snap any.
You didn't snap them! Tell me I'm hearing things. Tell me it's all a bad dream. Tell me it never happened.
Your try's crooked, Petey. Let me fix it for you.
Yes, Petey. Let her fix it for you.
Something tells me this just isn't my day.
Liz, if you wanted Parker to get a fat lip, just keep that up.
Look, Mr. Jameson, I'm awfully sorry. I guess I must have...
Get lost, useless. I'll have a talk with you later, Mr. Kraven. I'd like to ask you what you're going to hunt here. There aren't any wild beasts running loose that I know of.
You're wrong. There is one who seems to be more beast than human. You will be my greatest conquest. The most dangerous game in the world is man. And I shall hunt the most dangerous man of all, the one who calls himself Spider-Man.
I should have said Spider-Man.
He's going to hunt me? Oh, brother, I had a feeling I should have stayed in bed today. I can't say that isn't an intriguing idea, Mr. Kraven, but you know there are laws against that sort of thing. You can't just track down a human being in this country.
We shall see about that, Mr. Jameson. We shall see.
That character isn't kidding. Something tells me there's more to all this than would appear on the surface. But what? What's his real reason for wanting to hunt me? Come along, Miss Brant. We're not out on an outing. Betty, I'd like to explain about Liz.
There is no need to explain, Petey. Everything is quite clear, Petey.
For crying out loud, Liz, how can you waste time on Peter Parker when I'm around?
You muscle-bound goop, you wouldn't understand if I told you.
Finally, after the crowd is thinned out and things return to normal.
Move it, you bub. You're blocking progress.
Boy, when I used to read comic mag adventures of superheroes, I always dreamed about how great it would be if I were to become one. It's great, all right, except that, well, for everyone except Spider-Man. Oh, nuts.
But now, let us return to the hideout of the chameleon, where we find. I've collected all the data and Spider-Man that I could find. It's made up as newspaper reports, magazines, articles, first interviews with people who've seen them. Good. I want to know everything about my query. It'll make the hunt of that more interesting. As I drink out of my giant flower vase. Don't underestimate him, Kraven. Remember, he's no single jungle beast. And do remember, my friend, that I am no ordinary hunter. I possess undreamed of strength and speed, which I obtained by drinking a secret potion stolen from the witch doctor of a hidden African tribe. I get all my stuff from a special pill. But with one punch, I can stop the charge of a bull elephant. I've never seen a bull with an elephant crossover hybrid. It must be freaky.
It's not exactly like that.
Oh, okay.
Not long afterwards, a dramatic figure prowls in the rooftops of New York, observing that vast panorama that lies below. Crack!
I've got to take some terrific news photos in order to get J. Jonah's good graces. If only a shot. Well,
I think I was supposed to read. I was supposed to read the crack after you read the first thing.
but you already read it.
It's okay.
There's a watchman tied up on the floor below. It must have been his warning shot I heard. Hold it, boys. Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man wants to talk to you.
He can't stop us all. Get him. He's only one guy.
Correction. I'm only one Spider-Man. There's a difference.
Rocky Nails, Pee-wee! Don't just stand there. Rush him. If we tackle,
Nice try, fellas. Too bad your skill doesn't match your enthusiasm.
Where'd he go? Watch who you're swinging at, you nut. As the fight progresses, the silent, leering figure watches from a short distance away. It was very clever of the chameleon to order these unsuspecting fools to attempt a midnight burglary. I will state my prey in action before I begin the hunt. I need to have no fear. He will be a worthy foe. His speed, skill, and daring. And now I shall see how quickly he thinks in mercies. His opponents seem to have him trapped. He's cornered. Come on, rush him. Now's our chance to rush him off. Look out! He's starting to flip a some over.
Fredo, come on. Go back up.
Fine.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Look out! He's starting to flip himself
Sounds like
over
we're
us.
falling apart out here.
Froggy?
You got African beat drums in the menu?
Yeah, you go ahead and look at some comments. I'll be right back.
All right. Do. All right. Look at comments. Oh, yeah. Moringa says, wow, Kraven's rocking both the leopard print and those capri pant leggings. Huh. You know, don't forget the sandals, too. He's got no socks on. That's got to be weird.
That is his way.
Are those
Okay.
the early? Are those the early? I gotta
I
ask.
poked holes in all the drums, so we should be good.
Wow, that's mean. That's Kraven's theme song. No, but I can ask though. Do you think those what Kraven's wearing are like the early version of Crocs?
I don't think so.
I'm sure his were made from real crocodiles.
All right, let's keep going.
How does he do it? He's standing on the side of the wall. Can't reach him.
But from my vantage point up here, I can reach you. See what I mean? Now look. After all my trouble, do you think I'm going to let you run away so easily?
Quick, to go around the cement block and... Hey, how did he get over here?
Might as well wrap it up now. My automatic camera has taken all the pics I need. Okay, kiddies. You must be getting tired after all this, after such a strenuous playtime. So you'd better take a little nap until the police get here. Now that was a pleasant way to spend a few idle minutes. Now it's about time something I did turned out right. I was beginning to feel like I was a walking jinx.
So he's taking all the pixel he needed.
Pixel, he has nothing to do with this.
Camera.
But as he swings past a nearby rooftop, Spidey's sense detects another presence, an evil presence. So, greetings, Spider-Man. I've been looking forward to our first meeting, which shall also be your last meeting with anybody.
Kraven?
You know what? He ruined the joke here. He should have been like, anybody.
What?
No, get this. Your last meeting with anybody. Anybody's in bold.
You know me. How unusual. It is often that my defeated jungle foes know the name of the one who vanquished them.
What's the angle, mister? How come you're anti-Spider-Man?
I am hunter. Hunting is my entire life. But there was no moral goals for me to strive for until I learned of you. And now, all right, and you shall be my greatest triumph. You didn't expect me to be so fast.
Boy, now I'm in for it. He's the worst kind of enemy. A nut who fights you just for the sheer fun of it. Oh.
This is what I was afraid of. They're too easy to defeat. Silly puppet. And now, I'll end your career forever with my smashing Nerf punch. The same punch that can down the full-grown charging rhino.
I've got to turn. Block it with my shoulder. Oh!
Good, you saved yourself, but only for a minute. Now, what?
Your shoulder went numb. I can't afford to give him my shoulder went numb. I can't afford to give him a second chance. Okay, Buster, if it's a real fight you want...
He's stronger than I have thought. Even with one hand, he's beating me. I can't defeat him, but fairly. But if I can manage to nick him with one of my special potion weapons, I did it.
Hey, something scratched me. You're not going to beat me like that, Kraven. I feel kind of woozy. That was more than a simple scratch. He's got some sort of potion in my bloodstream. What was that?
I think it was Jello.
Then, as Spider-Man releases his savage foe for an instant, Kraven whistles away with the triumphant crying ringing from his sneering lips. I've won! My potion will now weaken you enough for me to beat you. And anytime I want to prolong my enjoyment, I will finish you off another time.
I'll let him go for now. I've got to clear my head. I'm getting dizzier by the minute. I'll just grab my camera from where I left it and try to make it home.
For the next few minutes, the amazing teenager slowly and cautiously hugs the rooftops on his journey home. And then finally,
Whew. My shoulder's getting back to normal now, but I can't lose this dizziness. Now my hands have started to twitch. Oh no. I can't make him stop. No wonder Kraven is such a successful hunter if he uses potions such as those. Oh, well, maybe I'll be okay again in the morning after a good night's sleep. I've got a hunch that I'm going to need all the strength and powers I've got.
and in another part of town. I don't get it, Kraven. You said he's far stronger and more dangerous than you thought. And yet you're happy about it? Of course I am. He is the kind of fool I've always wanted. Want to test my mettle to its fullest.
Look at this smile.
What a triumph this will be for me. How sweet it will be for the future victory.
But look at that smile. He looks like such
Look.
a jolly guy. Oh, yeah.
Easy because I'm drinking the potion. He's drinking a happy potion. Look at him. Now, my many-faced friend, let us plan our next deadly trap for Spider-Man. The thrill of the hunt is making my blood boil with anticipation. I chose well. When I take to you, you're even more merciless and dangerous than I remembered. The next morning.
I can't wait to see if I've recovered from Kraven's potion. I seem to feel okay, but oh no, I'm as nimble as ever. But I haven't lost the shakes. My hands are still twitching. What does it mean? How long will it last? There's Aunt May talking with one of our neighbors. I'll try to gulp down my breakfast and leave before she can notice my shaking hands. Do you want me to take Aunt May again?
Where are you taking her? It was so nice of you to drop in, dear. I'll give him your message. Good morning, Peter, dear. I've got some good news for you.
Uh-oh, I'm too late.
I've arranged a date for you with this lovely girl. It's your turn.
Oh, right, sorry. A blind date. Oh, brother, that's all I need. I appreciate it a lot, Aunt May, but
She's a niece of our neighbor, Miss Watson, and she'd just love to meet you, Peter.
oh, I was supposed to say the butt part before.
Afterwards, yeah. No buts about it, Peter Parker. This time you'll be to think for seriously about your future. You want a girl who'll make a good housewife, someone who like Miss Watson needs who will make you a nice sandwich when you ask for one.
Oh, okay, Aunt May. We'll talk about it later. I've got to see Mr. Jameson now. Thank goodness she didn't notice my shaking hands.
I hope you're wearing your clean underwear. I hope you're wearing your winter weight suit, Peter, dear. There's still a nip in there, and you know how fragile you are. A few minutes later at the Daily Beagle.
The shaking has almost stopped. Maybe the fresh air is good for it. Anyway, I hope Betty still isn't still mad at me. Well, there's only one way to find out. Hi, Betty. You look lovelier than ever today.
Why, hello, Petey Weedy. Here, let me fix you a little teasy weezy Petey. A teasy weezy Petey.
Oh, cut it out, Betty. You know I hate being called Petey.
Really, Mr. Parker? I didn't notice you telling to the empty-head blonde schoolgirl not to call you Petey.
Of course I didn't tell her. What do I care what she calls me? She doesn't mean anything to me. Boy, females have originally been intended for another planet. I think, hey, what's he doing here? Kraven? With Jameson? What does it mean?
You have my word, Jameson. Spider-Man's days are numbered.
Remember, it has to be perfectly legal. Much as I hate Spider-Man, I won't stand for anything that violates the law.
Watch your tone, voice, Jameson. You're talking to Kraven the Hunter. Nobody dictates to me.
What could they be cooking up? And why does Kraven look so confident? As though he has a foolproof scheme of some sort.
After Kraven departs, a troubled Peter Parker hands Jonah Jameson the prints of the crime photos he'd taken a day before, and then...
These pics aren't bad, Parker. But who cares about punks like these? I want pictures of Spider-Man in action. Or of Kraven. Get me! Oh, sure. I'll get them for you. And I've got to get photos of my next battle with Kraven. If I manage to live through it.
Peter? You seem to have forgotten all about me. What can be wrong?
Oops.
Later, in his science class at school.
I don't get it. What makes Kraven so confident that he can beat me? The suspense is getting on my nerves.
Then suddenly...
Oh no. My hands started shaking again. I couldn't even hold that test tube.
Hey, what's with Puny Parker? I never saw Peter Parker that way before. He looks like he's all thumbs.
This is awful. I can't hold on to a thing. For goodness sakes, how clumsy can you be?
I'm surprised at you, Parker. You of all people know. Now you should better clean this up and be quick about it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Warren. I'm sorry, sir. I don't know what got into me.
Looks like you're right about Teacher's Pet Flash. He's finally cracking up. Sure, those eggheads are all the same. Sooner or later, that studying catches up with them.
You tell him, Flash.
If you ask me, he's all shook up since you told him you'd pay someone if you didn't steal from your girl Liz. You know what a coward he is. Yeah, he's a real big gray matter in department. But he wasn't around when they handed out backbones.
Oh, that's me. Flash Thompson, you have no right to talk about Peter that way. Anybody can be a loudmouth like you, but it takes brains to be smart. I agree with Liz.
Later that after school is out. Don't strain your eyes, Parker. I want him good and in shape when I blanket him for you. Look how he's trying to pretend he doesn't hear you, Flash. But he can't fool us.
Wow. Look at the headline, Jameson, plastered all over his front page. He and Kraven must have cooked up something against me.
Defeat of Spider-Man is immense, says Kraven. Ooh.
All right, go on.
He must have paid a lot for that giant, or just ran out of articles.
Mm-hmm.
And as the evening wears on, Peter, dear, you just must study so hard, you'll tire yourself out. Now you just get into bed and get a good night's sleep.
I will, Aunt May. I was just finishing up. Thanks for coming up to see me. I can't tell her, but I've been wondering, if Kraven does defeat me, what will become of Aunt May? How will she manage without me?
She might go on vacation.
But no sooner does the doting aunt leave the room than the brilliant teenager gets an idea.
I've got it. I'll find a way to put my spider tracker, note from the editor, spider tracer, nope, that's Jonah Jameson. Spider tracer, first used in Spider-Man, number 11, editor.
on Kraven. Then I'll always know just where he is if he's about to attack me.
Yeah, I just want to point out that some people might think that's Spider-Man 2. Okay, anyway.
Oh, yeah. So, I see what you're saying.
But after the changing to Spider-Man, the amazing adventurer learns that his plan will not be so easy to carry out.
Darn these shaking hands of mine. I can't keep them steady enough to use my web accurately. The only thing to do is leap from building to building. Good thing my spider agility is still as good as ever.
Meanwhile, not too far away. What makes you think you sure that Spider-Man will come after you, Kraven? Use the law of the jungle, my friend. The desire to survive. He knows he must stop me in order to save himself. Don't forget, I've studied him in the way a skilled hunter studies any intended prey. I know his nature, his instincts. It is I who control the hunt. And now, it is time for him to find me. Here's what we'll do.
If I get anywhere near Kraven, my spider sense ought to tip me off. In fact, it's starting to tingle now. He must be in this neighborhood.
Order the alcohol in his breath.
There he is. But it almost seems too easy. My spider sense feels different somehow, as though it isn't sure. I don't get it. What's happening to me? Why am I so uncertain? Well,
Pheromones.
I'll worry about those things later. My main problem now is to plant my spider tracer on Kraven without him knowing it.
But wait, what's this? Are there two Kravens, or? How simple it was to bait the trap for my own winter game. No wonder Kraven is the greatest hunter of all time. All right, I'll just make sure it's the same one, okay? And now the courier has made his last fatal mistake. The stage is set. The moment is arrived. It is time for the attack. Now the hunter takes over the hunt.
It's strange. Kraven is almost walking as though he knows someone is following him. I don't like it. Everything is too quiet, too calm. My spider sense is warning me, but of what?
He's starting to get suspicious. Oh, but it's too late. The trap is sprung.
A net falling over me. But from where? How? I've got to dive out from under. No! I'm too late. What can it be made of? Even with my spider strength, I can't rip it, but I mustn't panic. There's always a way out. I have to think. Think.
And so the brilliant brain of the ace science students begins to work at lightning speed. Lightning-like speed. The same brain which Flash Thompson has mocked so many times, and magnificently trained brain which quickly comes up with the answer in the nick of time.
I've got one chance. They say a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. It's a net of this type. With so many joinings, there must be at least one weak link. Now, all I have to do, I must exert all the pressure I can against each section until, I found it. One small section which rifles back slightly under the tension, creating an opening. Now, by exerting maximum pressure at this very spot, I can make the opening large enough for me to roll out of.
Note, the sequence you just witnessed took place in entirety within an incredibly short space of 3.5 seconds due to Spider-Man's combined powers of quick thinking and rapid action and great storytelling.
Yes.
But just as Spider-Man makes a dash for freedom, the beating of a jungle drums distracts him, confuses him for a split second, making him uncertain which way to run.
Those drum beats, so loud, so penetrating, going right through my brain. An old jungle trick to confuse the enemy.
Taking advantage of the Spider-Man's brief pause, Kraven attacks with the speed of a savage panther. Ha! Ha! The most dangerous game of all, and I, Kraven, have caught you.
Don't kid yourself, mister. Those metal charm bracelets won't be able to hold Spider-Man.
You're wrong, my boastful friend. Boastful. They'll even hold the tongue mad tighter, but my fist will do the rest. What? Where did you go?
I'm up here, Kraven. I hate to watch a man making a fool out of himself. Say, these are more than just iron manacles. They have some sort of magnetic attraction. They're trying to pull my wrist and ankle together, and they're getting stronger all the time. And they have a small built-in bell that jingles when I move. Old Kraven doesn't miss a trick.
There's no hope for you, Spider-Man. My escape route gloves is stronger every minute, and the only key is the one I wear on my neck. Ah, so you want to run a little longer? Good. This is the type of sport I enjoy the most.
It may be a sport to him, but I've got to figure a way to get these uncanny handcuffs off before they completely drain all my strength.
You can't hide from me, Spider-Man. Not when I hear that bell jingle every time you move.
I can't separate my arm and leg. Can't fight Kraven with one arm. There must be a way out. Lucky my spider sense can still help me escape Kraven's net. But how long can my strength hold out under these conditions?
Keep struggling. The longer it takes, the greater it will be in my victory when I finally defeat you. By summoning all his remaining spider strength, the teenage adventurer reaches a lamppost containing a wiring circuit box.
These master wires are what I want. If I can tear them a certain way, the park will be plunged into darkness. Now, here in the shadowy gloom, the advantage is mine due to my spider senses. No matter how it hurts, I've got to pull my wrist away from my ankle. Woo! I dodged the Kraven's net just in time. These blaming bells keep giving me away. I've got to silence him somehow. Wait, I've got it. What a nut I am! If I can't tear them off, I can at least shut them up. All I need to do is spill my liquid web fluid over them. It worked! Now it's my turn to do a little stalking. Uh-oh. There's my old spider sense again. Someone's hiding behind these hedges.
The old lube and hiding trick.
Didn't expect the worm to turn, eh? Okay, Kraven. This is the showdown. The chameleon? So that's why there seem to be two Kravens. You were impersonating the real one.
You haven't won yet, Spider-Man. Kraven is still hunting you for nothing that lives can escape him for long. And I'll have my revenge on you yet. And not far away from that very spot. I don't hear any bells. Spider-Man thinks he can trick me by not moving. But all I have to do is keep searching this area. Then suddenly...
If you're looking for me, pal, I'm right behind you.
Spider-Man! How? But how?
Recognize this, Kraven? It belonged to a friend of yours.
That's not my ex. He got the chameleon. I've got to get away, hide long enough to devise a new hunting plan. He'll never find me in the woods. There is no jungle trick I haven't mastered, or even the hunter still can't be beaten. Spider-Man is probably still wandering around the circles down below, trying to guess where I disappeared to. Little does he dream that I am much at home in the dark as any jungle creature. Soon he'll realize that he has no chance of finding me. And then, the spider beam shot down me. How did he do it? It was just a lucky break. But I'll lose it for good now that I dashed at that breakneck speed through the shrubbery into the shadows.
Nice try, Kraven. You'd make a real dandy butterfly collector.
He found me again. He's impossible. I've been a fool. Underestimated that cursed spider instinct of his. Now I'll outmaneuver him. I've still got the speed of a cheetah, the cunning of a fox, and the ferocity of a tiger. The final victory must be mine. He's coming. Now for the oldest jungle trick of all. No moving, but no breathing. I'll be like the part of the rock, playing dead until the moment of strike.
Oh, no, you don't.
Stay still, blast you. My nerve punch will finish you off.
I hate to be a party poop, but this time I'm calling the signals, Kraven. How does it feel to be on the receiving end for a change? Oh, great white hunter.
You're mocking me.
Yes.
No one can do that and live. Once I have you trapped in my net, nobody can move as fast as that. It's not human.
Maybe not, but it's definitely, very definitely, spider.
I've lost the advantage. I tried to do every tech and every check I know, but he's turned them all against me.
Where are you going? The jail is in the other direction.
I've got to run. I've got to escape. Mustn't let him get me. I don't want to be caught by him. Not by him.
And so the hunter becomes the hunted, eh, Kraven?
Another web. This one's strong between two trees. I can't push through.
And like all those who flee in blind panic, in unreasoning fear and cowardice, the hunter is at last caught.
Then the victorious teenager takes the key from his trapful.
Now I'll just get out of these two little bracelets of yours, Kraven. And I've got more good news for you. My shaking has stopped. I guess strenuous exercise was the antidote to your poison, huh? Now what do I do with you? You're too bad-tempered to keep as a pet, and you're much too old to adopt. I guess I'll have to leave you here till the police can find you. If you promise not to try to hunt the little bunny rabbit or squirrel that comes by.
Wait, you could not just leave me like this.
Want to bet? The police are coming now to investigate why the lights aren't lit in the park. And they'll soon find you and conduct a nice little investigation. See all the fun things you've got to look forward to? Already picked up the chameleon? This should make a great front page pick for J. Jonah. Not that he deserves it.
I haven't done anything. Kraven is the one you want. He's been trying to hunt human beings.
We'll take him with us too, mister. We'll make sure you don't get lonely.
Later, back at the Daily Beagle building.
Now this is more like it, Parker. Exclusive pictures of the chameleon. No one even knew he was back in the country. You deserve a big bonus for this. Miss Brandt, open the safe and give Parker one of my own special bars of chocolate.
No wonder people always take advantage of you, JJ. You're all heart. You okay?
One
A
second.
coughing frog.
1 second.
Sorry, guys. He's got a person in his throat. You okay? Froggy?
Yeah, I had to mute it for a second.
Okay. You all right? Okay to go?
Yeah, I swallowed the person,
Well, it's your line next.
and I didn't even get paid for it. All right. It's wonderful to see Peter in good spirits again. You gotta quit smoking, kids.
Oh, poor Froggy.
Peter, I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you before. I had no right to be nasty to you. Just because another girl likes you. I'm not doing anything tonight.
Heck, I promised Aunt May I'd meet that Watson girl tonight. But I can't tell Betty. Sorry, Betty, I can't make it, but I'll call you real soon.
I understand, Peter. I should have known a girl can always trust her first impressions.
Just my luck, she thinks I'm cold shouldering her because I have a date with Liz. Poor Betty, if only I could explain. Why am I always in the middle? I can't ever bring myself to say no to Aunt May, so I end up hurting the girl I care for? Phooey! And that Watson gal is probably a refugee from a horror movie. If only I didn't have to see her tonight.
Peter, dear, I've been waiting for you. I'm afraid I have good news.
Bad. I'm beginning to think there's no other kind.
Miss Watson's niece has a headache, and she can't see you tonight. I hope you are not disappointed, dear.
Gosh, Aunt May, it is a shock, but I'll be big about it. Hello, Betty. This is Pete. You know which Pete. Oh, Betty, don't be that way. Wait, don't hang up, Betty. Okay, if that's the way she wants to act, I'll call Liz Allen.
But 60 seconds later.
Yes, sir. Oh, now my throat's acting up. Yes, sirree. That's some big crush she has on me. Her mom says she's out dancing with Flash Thompson. Boy, with my luck, I sometimes wonder who's sticking pins in my Peter Parker doll.
Did they sell those?
Yeah, they actually do.
Oh, cool.
Not long afterwards, the streamer prepares to head for South America.
A live streamer?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Okay.
You're both getting off easy by merely being deported from this country. Just make sure you don't come back.
Are you going to let him do this to us, Kraven? Of course. I'll get back in shape hunting in the jungles of the Congo, and then, when I'm more powerful than ever, we shall return and continue our hunt for Spider-Man. A hunt which will never end until he is destroyed.
Maybe a trip here to the docks will help me forget about Betty for a while. Gee, I'd like to be on that ship right now. I don't think I would. It looks so quiet, so peaceful. But I'm just not that lucky. The end.
On the next sale, Spider-Man number 16, and then the Great New York Spider-Man Annual. All your loyal web spinners have some great treats in store. Don't miss them.
And there we go. There we have it.
Yeah. Leave your complaints and concerns and comments. You're somebody who cares.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining. You know what? We already got a great show, fellas. Yay!
Yay!
I'm glad that you liked it, Zombo. I'm glad you liked it too, Maranya. And everybody who stuck around and everybody who watches after, if you made it to the end of this, I hope you did enjoy these stories. We enjoyed them. They were really good.
Yeah.
You know, we read the first one in a while, and it does have a special place in my little puppet heart, but these were really great. It was solid. Fun, and well, we know what the danger was, and
Yep.
Spider-Man prevailed.
You know what? We should read another some books. So if you guys have any, ideas,
Requests?
Yeah.
If you want us to read some more, go ahead and tell us what you would like in the comments, and we will see about getting those live and on here soon as we can. Now,
I gotta ask you. Well, I guess it's leaving me in the dark here. What was your favorite issue? Did you like this one better or the one before it?
Personally, I preferred the first one.
I can understand that. I still like Kraven though. Kraven's cool.
Kraven is cool. Kraven the
Especially,
Hunter is
and also I like the fact that Kraven is one of his early enemies, along with Goblin when he's still a kid.
Marani is pointing out the faithful meeting that will be forgotten years later because Peter wants to save an old lady. Mary Jane Watson is foreshadowed. Yes.
Ooh.
I'm trying to remember what issue she actually comes in, but yeah, it's soon. And let's just say he'll hit the jackpot. And
I'll just say with consent.
With consent. Yes, and for a teenager, Peter does have the hairstyle of a 40-something guy. And he's pointing out that Spidey has spider sense. So yes, he does. But I think he wanted a broader stretch on Kraven the Hunter. Like exactly.
Well, I think that's all because he was following the wrong Kraven.
That too. I mean, that helps too. Marani is also saying, what is that? The spider signal? Did he put on the red light? Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And she's pointing out the Great White Hunter. Dun dun. Yes, I know he's going to be canceled. And the Great Show. And Marania enjoyed it as well. And we enjoyed having you in the audience, of course. We enjoyed everybody who stuck around and people who were watching after. Oh. I think I was just doing that.
Were you?
That's what I was doing. They came up on the screen.
She said, guys, so it's my turn to read the comments now.
Oh, okay. Well, did I miss anything? Should I, anyone?
Well, no, you read all the comments. Now my turn to read all of them.
Oh, I don't think we need to do that.
Oh, I see how it is.
Well, next time, I'll let you do some of the reading.
All right, I'll just leave then. Goodbye.
Well, no, don't be like that. But we want to thank everybody for showing up, for watching. I think the readings went very good. Even though it's just the two of us, I think we both enjoyed the roles that we played. It was nice not having to do all of the
if we can get some other people to help read some of these voices. I mean, I do have a lot of voices in my head, but my throat gets sore.
Yes. Let's see.
They got potholes?
They neatly avoided the plot hole in the last issue of Spidey being able to cash a check made out to Spider-Man by not paying him due to loophole technicality in his contract. Yeah, they were making it. They made it out in cash. At least what they did pay him. It was enough for a bus fare. Oh, Marania's giving you a hug to make up for the fact that
hugs Marania too.
Oh, that's good. Well, you got to hug the screen. You have to go up. There you go. That's for you, Marania.
Kisses too.
Oh. Anyway.
With consent. What?
With consent. That's
yes.
right. Anyway.
Anywho.
Anyhow.
Anywhere.
I think that's all the any's. Any place.
Anytime.
And that's all the any's. We are happy to have you here, and we're hoping we might be here next week doing another reading, really, because we really enjoyed this, and we hope you enjoyed it as well. And we just want to wish you a happy Spider-Man Day.
Yeah.
And celebrating with two of his most iconic villains was the best way to do it. So if you are watching this after and you've made it to the end of this, we hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a comment. Let us know what you thought of these issues. Did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy our performance of these issues? If you did, please let us know. And if you didn't, well, let us know anyway. And leave a like. We want to get these videos up there. These are really good. These are really fun to do. We hope you have fun watching them. But until then, we're just going to remind you to subscribe and thank you one last time before we say
goodbye.
Bye.
To the dogs of society roam.